Good morning. Today I am going to discuss about the termination of pregnancy pertaining to women at distress, raped, deserted, and in-home sexual intercourse. For all those things, the Termination of Pregnancy Act is there, and this is also somewhat euthanasia. Uh, Time and again, several cases were rushed to the Supreme Court, and several multiple judgments dealt from time to time. But in the given case, it is too unfortunate that the request for termination of pregnancy was lethargically withheld due to some procedure. That resulted the Supreme Court to intervene and awarded 10 lakhs compensation. See, this is a case of AR 2017, Supreme Court 3908, Mrs. Z as a state of BR. They say the appellant has suffered grave injury to her mental health. Said injury is in continuance. It is sad thing that despite prompt attempt made by this court to get her examined so that she need not undergo anguish of bearing a child because a victim of trap, it could not be so done as medical report clearly stated that there was risk to his life of victim. Therefore, the court is inclined to think that continuance of injury creates dent in mind and the appellant is compelled to suffer same. Her condition cannot be reversed. Situation is as unredeemable, but pregnant one she has to be compensated so that she lives her life with dignity, and authorities of state who are negligent would understand that truancy has no space in situation of present kind. What need is promptitude. So they have awarded the Termination of Pregnancy Act Section 3 and 5 was discussed. Several judgment, near about 10 judgment with facts of the case were discussed. Kindly go through the judgment. We will help you if anybody approaches. Said I have some grievance, not I have grievance. There were a multi number of people, women are at distress and facing grievance. First, they faces domestic violence, harassment by their husband and in-laws. Thereafter, what had happened when they filed a domestic violence case? If it is referred to protection officer, then they are being harassed by protection officer and their staff, financially harassed, physically harassed, asking them to go and bring that document, go and bring this document, and finally they simply endorse, fill up the blanks and file protection DVC report before the court. And apart from that, some learned magistrates are also causing harassment to the woman. First they say check and call on. Then they are not understanding the importance. See the protection. There may be some cases may be taken on file later on, but the protection orders available under the Prevention of Women from Domestic Violence Act. Some emergent acts are there. Some immediately she would have been thrown in several directions. Protection direction could be issued to restore or to keep her in asylum or shelter home. All these things are nobody is scared to understand. Simply receives the complaint and check and call on. They say for 1 week, 2 weeks. They say that apart. Some of the learned magistrates are hesitant to take this because there is a time-bound disposal, and see that apart. What is more concern was they are raising step by step. They are raising objection. not at one stage of return. They are mentioning all problems. They simply step by step. Then, in some cases, the land magistrate insisting to delete one of the respondent without any written order, or the counsels who appears for women since has to face or get order from the very same judge, they are under undue influence to obey the order of the land magistrate and deleting the respondent. But in view of Justice Anand Venkatesan case, the magistrate is at liberty to take complaint on file. If he is not inclined to take complaint on file against some of the respondent, he can withhold for time being. After that, when evidences are there, then you can plead it also. Compelling attendance is not necessary. All these things are there. At the initial stage, simply harassing by day. Another aspect you see, the woman is at distress, not financially supported. She wants remedy. When she approaches the court calls him 5 days or 15 days in a month to comply the returns, and at least they may serve some domestic work and earn something, some small stall of hotels. All these things, these magistrates are not concentrating. So I would like that there should be some uniform rules to be. The act says domestic, the court which tries itself can frame their own procedure, but there should be some uniform procedure and strict guidelines to give intention of the legislature to implement the act, because some cases there may be some harassment, abuse of process, but not in all cases. You see, what all are the objections? I will give some examples. When wife filed a DVC complaint along with the children, the judge says no, it is not available. He is confusing with the protection order being given for monetary relief and protection order for compensation for domestic violence. For compensation under domestic violence, child may also be a complainant if there was an allegation that the child was harassed by the husband or the father also. But at the time of granting maintenance, monetary relief for maintenance, the child need not be necessary party. But however, there are multi-number of judgments that these children also coming within the aggrieved persons. But this one of the another objection was the land magistrate claims that if somebody residing far away from the residence where the husband and wife are residing should not be the party. He says only if you are living in confusing with the shareholders, and how a person who is at abroad can also influence the husband to cause mental harassment, and also by through or other electric media can domestically harass the woman. That is not noticing, and simply say second wife when implemented as a respondent, some of the magistrates are hesitating to take complaint against the second wife because they say they are not coming within the purview of. No, I can't understand the mental and ideology of this land magistrate in harassing, and I seek leave of the advocates to take this message to concerned courts and to regulate. Particularly, I ask my followers to place this communication to Sudha Ramalingam, who was writ petitioner, public interest litigation petitioner, to regulate this domestic violence. You are not concentrating on women's problem. This may create havoc in the society, and later on you cannot find fault with the woman who commits suicide or indulging in some other illegal activities to survive their life. Therefore, it is best to